Empires do not fall in a day. They erode. From the outside, they appear powerful. Armies march. Flags rise. Gold flows. But beneath the surface, pressure builds. And sometimes, that pressure is debt. In the 16th century, Spain was the most powerful empire on earth. Under King Philip II, its territory stretched across Europe, the Americas, Asia. Silver flooded in from the New World. Ships crossed oceans loaded with treasure. Spain appeared unstoppable. But wealth is not the same as stability. The empire was built on conquest, war, and expansion. And expansion is expensive. Armies must be paid. Fleets must be built. Territories must be defended. Spain fought wars constantly. Against the Ottoman Empire. Against England. Against the Dutch Republic. Against Protestant rebellions. War requires money. More than taxation could provide. So Spain borrowed. Massively. From powerful banking families. Especially in Genoa and Germany. Future silver shipments were used as collateral. Gold not yet mined was already spent. For a time, this system worked. As long as silver kept arriving, credit flowed. Lenders trusted Spain's dominance. But there was a flaw. Silver inflows caused inflation across Europe. Prices rose sharply. The price revolution weakened purchasing power. Spain's costs increased. Its revenues lagged behind. Meanwhile, military campaigns drained resources. The Dutch revolt lasted 80 years. The Spanish Armada failed against England. Wars multiplied. Debt accumulated faster than silver arrived. By 1557, Spain declared bankruptcy. Then again in 1575. And again in 1596. 3 sovereign defaults. Within one lifetime. Each default damaged credibility. Each restructuring made borrowing harder. Interest rates rose. Confidence fell. The empire that controlled oceans struggled to control its finances. Silver, once a symbol of strength, became a curse. Easy wealth discouraged domestic industry. Spain imported manufactured goods. Instead of producing them, its economy became dependent. When silver shipments slowed, the weakness was exposed. Debt is not merely numbers. It is obligation. When an empire's promises exceed its capacity, trust fractures. Spain still had land. Still had armies. Still had ships. But it no longer had financial dominance. Power shifted north. To the Dutch. To England. Nations with stronger financial systems. More efficient credit markets. Better balance between revenue and expenditure. The Dutch Republic, once rebelling against Spain, built the world's first modern financial system. Amsterdam became the new center of capital. The shift was not just military. It was financial. Spain's decline was gradual. It did not vanish overnight. But its golden century ended. Not because it lacked silver, but because it lacked sustainability. Empires can survive military defeat. They can recover from rebellion. But chronic debt erodes sovereignty. When lenders dictate terms, power changes hands quietly. Debt restructurings come with conditions. Influence shifts subtly. The lesson is not that borrowing is fatal. Debt can fund growth. It can enable expansion. But debt without productive foundation creates fragility. Spain borrowed against future wealth. Without building resilient infrastructure, it consumed treasure. Instead of investing it Inflation weakened its domestic economy. Continuous war drained its reserves. Confidence faded. And with it, dominance. History repeats in patterns. Nations today borrow. Governments issue bonds. Markets finance deficits. As long as confidence remains, systems function. But confidence is not permanent. The fall of empires is rarely dramatic. It is administrative, gradual, financial. Spain's ships still sailed. Its flag still flew. But the center of gravity had moved. The empire that once defined power became dependent on creditors. And when debt controls an empire, the empire no longer controls its destiny. Power built on extraction can rise quickly. Power built on productivity endures longer. Debt is not the enemy. Mismanaged debt is. Empires rise through ambition. They fall through imbalance. And sometimes, the collapse begins not on the battlefield, but in the ledger.